WJCL News brings you a special presentation of Signing Day 2014.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to WJCL's special coverage of National Signing Day 2014. It's safe to say Wednesday, a holiday of sorts, as high school football players put pens to paper and college football fans, they were watching closely.
That's right, and a lot of eyes were on Hilton Head's Poona Ford. The four-star defensive lineman had verbally committed to the University of Louisville last year. Yeah, but when head coach Charlie Strong resigned to take over the reins of the University of Texas football program, Poona reopened his recruitment. Ford was looking at Texas, Missouri, and Purdue until today. That's right. Poona ended up following Coach Strong to the University of Texas. He signed in front of Seahawk faithful along with teammate Khalil Lewis, who will be hitting the books and the football field at Gardner-Webb University in the fall. Both Lewis and Ford are excited about the opportunity to keep playing the game they love.
I mean, I'm pretty excited being that football is basically categorized as a religion there. I pretty much like everything, really. Like, everything just seems like to fit me and my personality and everything.
I was really excited because not everybody gets to go, to college for free to do something that they love to do.
Over in Jess at the Yellow Jackets, they had 6 players that signed their national letters of intent. Malik Bones Jackson will be joining the defending national champions, the Florida State Seminoles. 2 Jackets will be making their way up north. Both Jeremy Patterson and Kendrick Sanders signed to play for the Wisconsin Badgers. Taylor Heflin will be heading to Navy in the fall. So Jordan Paget will be going to Coffeyville Community College, and also Dustin Sloan to Shorter and Quinn Stovall to Garden City Community College.
The team made me feel like a family when I went, so I really enjoyed the team, and I like how the coaching staff treats their players.
They treat their players as if we're all family. Like, that's how the whole program is based.
The reason they win a lot is because all of them together, it's like family there, and that's why I chose to go there.
Well, I figured it's the only place I can go play football, get a great education, and serve my country all at the same time.
A memorable year for the Calvary Day football program continued Wednesday. Back in December, the Cavs advanced to the state championship game for the first time in school history. And today, 4 of the reasons why we're signing national letters of intent. Highlighting the group was All-American tight end Mylan Richard, who officially became a Clemson Tiger. Teammates Ernest Wilson, Derek Kirkland, and Trip Pearson also had the pens out. Wilson is headed to Alabama State. Kirkland becomes a Savannah State Tiger. And offensive lineman Trip Pearson, well, he's headed up to Kennesaw State.
There were no on and off spots. Once they offered me, they recruited me the same way all the way until this morning, and they still call me right now, so it never stops with those guys.
I feel great that I get this opportunity. Not everybody get this opportunity to play D1 football and just do my best.
Everything was awesome. The facilities, the coaches, academically, the dorms, everything was nice, and I just felt like it was the place for me.
I'm going to be part of the first class there playing football, so kind of go down in their history forever.
And moving to the Low Country now, there were 2 that were signing at Buford. Eagles standout tight end Stephen Baguette signed his national letter of intent to play for East Carolina, while quarterback Ben Benet will be heading to Presbyterian in the fall. Both athletes say that they felt a sense of home when they visited their campuses.
Right when I went there for the first time, it was just a family environment, and I felt welcome with open arms, and I felt like a priority instead of just a backup to them, and that was a big part of it.
I'm real excited to keep playing football. It's been a passion since I was little, and I'm glad I get to do it there with a great program.
Now, around the Coastal Empire and Low Country today, a lot of guys wearing orange. That's
right. Savannah State University hitting the local gridiron hard on signing day, signing 14 student athletes from right here in our neck of the woods. All right, let's get to it. Fresh off one of their best seasons in school history, a trio of Benedictine cadets were signing their letters of intent Wednesday. Tight end Ellison Burns and offensive lineman Sean Fogarty will remain teammates at the next level. Those 2 signing with the above-mentioned Savannah State Tigers. Fellow cadet Tristan Harkleroad is headed up the road to Charleston, South Carolina, where he will attend the Citadel and play in the Southern Conference.
You know, I've always dreamed about playing at the next level since like I was 6 or 7 when I started. Going from like high school, I was like, well, yeah, high school is so big, but now I'm sitting here about to sign with Citadel, and the colleges, man, it just seems huge to me.
It's gonna be real cool being able to play with Sean. Been playing with him for 4 years. It's gonna be cool.
It's awesome. You get to play on our home turf, so I already kind of have a feel for it, and
Coach Wilson's the only one who gave me an opportunity, and I owe him everything.
Well, their stadiums are separated by just a couple hundred yards, and today Savannah State made sure Bible Baptist standout Keenard Campbell continued to play football in his neighborhood. The Bible Baptist quarterback and defensive back signing with the Tigers. In high school, Campbell would put up video game type numbers, helping the Braves claim a Skeesa State title. Now he looks forward to the challenge of playing Division I football over at Savannah State.
This is a big dream come true, and it's really exciting to be playing home in Savannah because you get your family, friends right here in Savannah to come watch you play.
Yet another Savannah product headed to Savannah State is Beach High lineman Willie Cooper. Cooper signed his letter of intent with the Tigers earlier today. The defensive tackle knows competing at the next level will be a challenge, but he looks forward to the opportunity and helping build a solid foundation across town at Savannah State.
I wanted to help my hometown. I wanted to help the team. I mean, like in 2 years, they only won like 2 games. Hopefully I can go out there and help change that.
Well, it was also signing day at the High. 2 Savannah High Blue Jackets becoming Savannah State Tigers Wednesday. Karan Hilliard and Trey Dillard going to remain teammates at the next level. Hilliard, a standout on the defensive and offensive lines. Dillard did his thing at running back and safety while at Savannah High.
I like the family atmosphere. I get to play with players I've been playing with all my life, and the academics most of all. So I'm just ready to get there. Being at Savannah High was very emotional, and so it's good to finally be here and get settled at my school.
Tell you what, the Savannah State Tigers hit the jackpot over at Memorial Day School. 4 members of the GISA State champion Blue Thunder signing with the Tigers Wednesday. Marlon Latson, Derek Wright, Tay Singleton, and Raheem Green going to remain teammates at the next level, all part of that impressive local signing class by Ernest Wilson III and company over at SSU.
I'm just ready to get that bond with them. You know, that good family bond, that Tiger bond with them. You know, I'm just so excited, man.
They talk about education, how education comes first. They really want the athletes just to be in the classroom too, as well on the field.
Coach Mike and Coach Will prepared me for this, and I'm ready to jump into college football with a big bang.
I want to be somewhere where I feel comfortable and I'm not pushed too much or not pushed enough, and I feel like it's a lot of competition there that's going to do nothing but make me better.
Savannah State venturing into Effingham County as well on signing day. The Tigers landing South Effingham standout Tyler Hagan. As a senior, the Mustang tight end hauled in 50 passes for nearly 500 yards. He's also a standout on the hardwood out there at South Effingham.
I think it's really exciting getting a chance to go out there and play football and basketball at the same time, and just knowing that all the hard work pays off.
In Bobcats, they had 5 players sign letters of intent to extend their football careers. Standout KJ Ford signed to play for James Madison University, while Taylor Gordon and Jay Middleton both decided to play close to home and will be a part of the Savannah State Tigers in the fall. Big man Mike Jones will be attending Newberry College come August, and Vinny Bonai will be heading to North Carolina to play with the first-year program at Limestone. All 5 guys say they feel lucky to have found a team that fits them.
Coaching staff is unbelievable at campus. Being able to play as a true freshman is going to be unbelievable.
I like their attitudes, like how they approach me about it and everything. I'm extremely excited right now.
Coaches made me feel like I'm going to be part of something big, something up and coming. I feel like I'm going to be part of a big family.
Coaching staff, they're very hands-on. They help you a lot. Like, he pushed me when I need to. It's going to be very exciting.
I like the atmosphere there. It's kind of like Bluffton with all the football and everything. It's all about football there.
All right, we are now joined by Savannah State head football coach Ernest Wilson III. And Ernest, when you got here, coach, you said you were going to go out to the local schools and you were going to find some talent right here in Savannah, and you kind of proved that today with 14 guys signing to play with the Tigers next year.
Yes, and you know, I appreciate the low country as well. Schools and find players, but as you can see, there's just not myself at Savannah State, but there's many other schools that came in, so there's great talent in the Coastal Empire.
You got a lot of big names here locally that people have been hearing from the two of us for the past couple of years, and you've got to be excited about the level of play that they're going to be bringing.
I think they're going to bring great level of play. I think that they're going to make us a national power, and that's what we're working to try to get to. So I appreciate that it's right here in my backyard.
And talk about it. Do you have a big sigh of relief now that signing day is done and these guys are signed, sealed, and delivered? I know you got a lot of local guys, but you also went out and you got a lot of quality athletes, including a couple quarterbacks. And talk about it as a whole. Now can you breathe a deep sigh of relief? And did you get the guys you were targeting?
Yes, we got everybody for the most part that we were targeting, and at the same time we had a waiting list. So that was when one may have dropped off, we had a couple drop off, we just was able immediately to insert somebody right in. So that was a good thing about being here at Savannah State. We're going to be a pretty good football team. I say what we got. We filled most of our problems. We filled them, and we're going to do all right.
Are you expecting some of these guys to be impact players come fall?
Well, I want them all to be impact players. I was 1 in 11 this year, but I think that they're going to do a great job here.
Very good. And if you want more on this signing class, go ahead and log on to our website, WJCL.com. Got the whole lineup there of who Savannah State locked up. Ernest Wilson III, great job there for the Tigers. Great signing class. And we're going to continue our look at local signings coming up after the break. A lot of kids had the pens out. We're also going to check in on Georgia Southern, see how their first signing class as a member of the FBS level went. All that and much more coming up when this signing day special continues. Stick around.
WJCL News brings you a special presentation of Signing Day 2014.
Too much time getting back into the signings because there sure was a lot of them this afternoon.
That's right, a lot of them, including ones over at Statesboro High, where a perennial power had several players signing. Statesboro head coach Steve Pennington watching 5 of his Devils sign on Wednesday. Joe Corliss is joining the journey at Georgia Southern University. So is Jacob Schofield. Anthony Gore will be part of the first football team up at Kennesaw State University. Also signing was Desmond Brinson, who is with Middle Georgia State College, and Daquan Brunson, who's headed to Kentucky to attend Cumberland.
One of the best running backs in the Coastal Empire is taken off to the mountains of western North Carolina at Vidalia High School. Former Enmark Player of the Week, Trey Hardy, signing a letter of intent with the Catamounts of Western Carolina. Hardy, who also played defensive back for the Indians, was an all-state selection as a senior.
It was just a great group of guys. I mean, when I went down there, they treated me like family. Since I got there, they didn't even know me, so this is a great group.
Johnson High School wide receiver Daryl Myers has taken his skills down to Wintersville, USA. Myers had the pen out Wednesday, signing a letter of intent with Valdosta State University. The tall receiver is looking forward to the opportunity to compete for early playing time for the Blazers, who are a perennial power in Division II. Heck, just a couple years ago, Valdosta State, they claimed the national title.
That's one thing that inspired me, the championships. Like, I got a ring also myself, but to see those rings, I want one of them.
Over in Hinesville, Liberty County's Jeremy Caldwell Fabregas was signing a national letter of intent with the University of West Alabama. It was an emotional signing for the tight end / linebacker. On the table, next to his scholarship papers, was a framed picture of his biological father, who recently passed away. While he knows his dad couldn't be there today, he knows he was watching his son's big day.
One of the last conversations I actually had with him, he told me I was going to end up going to college in Alabama, which it blows my mind to this day. Like, I didn't know. Like, if I knew what he knew, then I would have listened to him then. But, you know, I appreciate all the things he's done for me, you know.
We'll talk about earning a scholarship. Bethesda's Eddie White signing a letter of intent with Stetson University. The big defensive lineman lost nearly 75 pounds between his junior and senior years. That dedication to getting his weight down to a comfortable playing size helped him get noticed by the Hatters. Now he looks forward to playing in the trenches down in DeLand, Florida.
I went there, just a good atmosphere, great academics, very good academics. Academics always come first when you talk about college. But the football players, they welcomed me when I went down there for an official visit. Everything was just nice, and I loved it there.
Yellow Jacket John DeMirlay signed his national letter of intent at Southeast Bullock High School. DeMirlay is joining Reinhardt in the fall for what will be the program's second season of football. He says he can't believe his dream of playing college football is coming true, and he can't wait to join the Eagle family.
They want to win games, but they also want everybody to feel at home and get along and have that brotherhood feeling that you can get throughout a football team.
Big crowd gathered at Bryan County High School in Pembroke as two Redskins going to remain teammates at the next level. Nick Scott and Damian Dixon signing their letters of intent with Albany State University. While getting the chance to hit the field and books at the next level is something to get excited about, so is getting to do it with a friend and lifelong teammate.
We went on a visit. It felt like their coaches was really going to look out for us, and it felt like their teachers was going to make sure we stay on task and make sure we graduate on time. When me and Nick visited, it was just like a family atmosphere, and I told my mom about it, and she already knew about them, and she liked the college, so that pretty much sealed the deal.
All right, our signing day coverage now continues out on I-16 over in Metter.
That's right, that's where we found Chelsea McDonald, who caught up with a trio of Tigers signing on Wednesday.
4 years ago, there were 23 freshmen on Metter High School's football roster. So get this, the 2014 graduating class has just 6 seniors. So it really says something about the three, Connor, Sharkey, and Jacob, who signed to play at the next level.
Without leaders on the football field, it's hard to accomplish great things.
Quarterback Jacob Weddingkamp signed the dotted line to play at Reinhardt, and his teammates, linebacker Connor West and defensive end Sharkey Johnson, will be at Valdosta State.
I was one of the leaders that'll physically move them, help them, tell them where they're supposed to be on the field, get us going.
Because of their leadership in high school, they say they're ready for the next level.
Staying committed and working hard every day to get better.
The guys made a statement their senior year, ending the season 7-4, their only winning season.
Well, we knew that Metter hadn't been that good in the past. We had to set something that would stick with the high school and show the young ones how to, step up and lead.
I'm gonna bring a lot of leadership, and I'm just gonna do my best at everything I do, and I'm just going to keep pushing forward and just hope for the best.
Staying focused, doing the detail of my assignment, and achieving the goal.
Chelsea McDonald, WJCL News, working for you.
And of course, like you just heard, that was Chelsea McDonald over in Metter for us.
That's right. We got a lot coming up on our signing day special.
That's right. He's one of the top prospects in the country for the class of 2016. We're catching up with Savannah Country Day's Demetrius Robertson next. Stick around.
WJCL News brings you a special presentation of Signing Day 2014.
We're going to fast forward a little bit to Signing Day 2016.
Yeah, and a big name is going to be this guy standing.
This next guy with us, Demetrius Robertson, Savannah Country Day. Wide receiver, he will be signing come 2016. Will be one of the top guys in the entire country. And Demetrius, talk about it. You had a chance to watch all these guys sign their national letters of intent. Does it get you a little extra excited about a couple years down the road?
Yes, sir. It's get me so pumped up, and it's so exciting to see them work so hard, and all their hard work pays off at the end.
Now, Demetrius, you've racked in pretty much a lot of offers. Ohio State, some big name programs in the country. Is there one yet that has kind of surprised you a little bit, where you were like, oh my goodness?
Well, I think Georgia really surprised me because they don't really offer a lot of in-state guys, so they offered me early, so that was a big deal for me.
And you're playing one of those positions that gets a lot of attention. You're a wide receiver. You also do some on defensive back and everything else, but you're going to be a wide receiver guy. Talk about it, having the woos, having all the letters and the phone calls and everything else, what the next 2 years is going to mean. I mean, because you're going to be a highly sought after guy and people aren't going to leave you alone. Are you looking forward to that, or are you a little nervous about it, or what?
I'm looking forward to it. I've been talking to a lot of coaches, visiting a lot of campuses, seeing the players and stuff, practices and stuff. It's so fun and exciting, surreal.
And again, we talked about it, Georgia, Ohio State, South Carolina, and many others and everything else. And I'm not going to go ahead and put you on the spot, but you don't necessarily have a front runner yet. You're just soaking it all in.
Yes, sir. I'm just soaking it all in. No front runner yet, but down the road, I soon pick my front runner. No, I don't want to wait too long. So.
And I'm sure Demetrius will go ahead and let us know who that front runner is.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
All right, Demetrius, big things for you coming up. And we've got a lot of big things that Frank's going to talk about coming up in the 11th, so you want to stick to. We're going to talk about Georgia Southern, take a look at their recruiting class and all the other ones that we missed. So you're going to want to stick around for that 11 o'clock newscast. As for now, that's it for our 2014 Signing Day special. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.